Tonight we're just doing a quickie one with Chris or CC from Rochester, where he claims that there is no evidence for planet formation and it's just math. So here's him on his little spiel.
Such bullshit. Planet. I want you to think about a planet. I want you to think of how a planet is formed, okay? Which nobody's ever seen how it's formed. Out of all of the stars that are up there, we can't seem to manage to get a picture of an actual formation of a planet. We'll get drawings, we'll get artists that think this is what it should look like, but we don't actually get anything that's real, okay? Nothing. So when you're learning in school how a planet is formed and how gravity is formed and how it's this just crazy dust that collects and then gravity mysteriously appears and it revolves around and does all this shit, and then all of a sudden you get this rocky planet in the middle of nowhere because of all the dust that it's surrounding, because of the explosion of something in the middle that's now a sun. All of it's bullshit. There's no evidence, there's no proof, there's nothing.
This is part of the Corona Nebula. Okay, funny. Well, and probably demonstrates pareidolia, which is people's want to see familiar images and random things. But this is part of a nebula that's probably collapsing to start planet formation. You notice the tip of the finger, and there's another one down near the base. There's little globule compared to the rest of the picture. Those are about the size of could be the size of the solar system, and that's where the dust is starting to collapse. And the thing how it starts is it just usually like a solar wind or a supernova pushes the dust together, or sometimes the density just happens to get large enough for it to collapse, and then it'll form little particles which will start to attract one another, and then those particles will collide and make more and more planets, more and more larger objects. This is the Pillars of Creation, which is part of the Eagle Nebula, and I think this image was taken by the James Webb Space Telescope, but it's been known since Hubble. Hubble, one of the most famous early Hubble images was of this. And then you see that there's a little spherical in the middle, and that's probably the size of the solar system. That's probably a star forming and starting to create a star and a planetary system. And then the next three images are taken by ALMA, the Atacama Large Millimeter and Submillimeter Array, which is a radio telescope located in Chile. And it's a bunch of radio dishes that are actually set on railroad cars that can be used to expand the size of the radio telescope to get better resolution. And each one of these, you'll see like a dark ring in them. That's probably where the planets are being formed, because that's where the dust is the densest, and the gas is the dust is concentrating in the light being absorbed. And then the last one, the image, is the Orion Nebula, where they found 80 Jupiter-sized planets being formed without a solar system. So there is evidence that planets are being formed and stars are being formed. So there is the evidence. Okay.
There's just speculation. Okay. Well, they think they do have the math for it, but is there a math that actually can create a planet? I'd like to see that. I would like to see the mathematical computations of how they manage to create a planet. Tell me, please. Because they don't think Mother Nature.
It's not really just math. A lot of it's computer computation. Like there's branches of astronomy called computational astrophysics, and they build models to try to explain how the stars form, or how planetary system forms, or what happens to planetary systems after they form. And actually there's an Institute of Computational Astrophysics here in my region of the world, located in Halifax, Nova Scotia at St. Mary's. They just started when I was leaving. But so it's not just one formula. But so it's not just one. It's not math, and we have evidence, and the computational part of it is just to match the theory with the observation. But that's it for tonight. I'm not going to go into the rest of CC's tirade because it starts in protest, then goes into bridges, and then politics, and then planet formation, and then evolution, and then geology. And then in the beginning of the video, he says it's the fourth month? It's actually the fifth month, the third day, and he puts the year at 2023, which is actually 2024. So I guess he was just slipping up a little bit more than usual. But I hope everybody has a good night and enjoyed the video. Bye.